Hello everyone, in our strength of material lecture series, today we are going to discuss on a new chapter, moment of inertia. Okay. So before going to study about the moment of inertia, first we will see or we will discuss a moment of an area about a point. So this means that the product of the area and its centroidal distance from the point. Okay. So if you consider if any particular area, and if you consider area multiply with a distance from that point, then it is considered as a moment of an area. But a moment of inertia is moment of area is considered as a moment of inertia. So for that we have considered that, so what will happen, moment is just the area multiply with the distance from a particular point. So that means we can find out a moment about that particular point of that area. That means area multiplied distance is considered as a moment of area. But moment of inertia is the moment of area is considered as a moment of inertia. That means if area multiplied distance is considered as a moment, and area multiplied distance square, it is considered as a moment of inertia. So that's why here, to find out the moment of inertia, we have considered here a plane area on xy plane. So in that we have considered a small elementary area dA, and first we find out the moment of inertia of that area about the x-axis. So for the x-axis, so this area is located at distance y from the x-axis, and it is located at a distance x from the y-axis. So moment of inertia is the moment of inertia about x-axis of this elementary area is considered as d I of x is equal to distance square multiply with the area. So y square multiply with dA. And if you consider the moment of inertia of the elemental area about a axis y, then you consider the area multiply with the distance between the area and the y-axis. So this is x square. So d of iy is equal to x square dA. So if you consider about the total area for the entire area, moment of inertia are given by. So we will consider di of x is equal to y square dA. Okay, and di of y is equal to x square dA. Same as again. So we will consider to find out the total moment of inertia of this area about the x-axis. It is considered integration about a total area y square dA. If we solve this, we will get the answer. Then see I square I of y, that means moment of inertia of this area about y-axis, it is considered as integration about a total area x square d. So if we get, so that's why, so we'll see that the moment of inertia is the area multiply with total area multiply with the square of distance between at that particular point. Now the polar moment of inertia. So for the polar moment of inertia, we will consider about. So in previous figure, we have find out the moment of inertia about x-axis and y-axis. Both x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other. If you consider a axis which is perpendicular to both of these axes, then that axis is called as polar axis. So polar moment of inertia, that means if you find out the moment of inertia of a area about x-axis and y-axis, then you find out the moment of inertia about z-axis, then it is called as a polar moment of inertia. So polar moment of inertia, formulate the second moment of dA about the pole O or z-axis. So at the z-axis we need to find out, it is considered as a polar moment of inertia. This known as the polar axis. dj of O is equal to r square d. So where r is a perpendicular from the pole z-axis to the element d. Okay? So here element d. So polar moment of inertia is the addition of. So if you consider the polar moment of inertia, J0 is equal to integration of area r square dA is equal to moment of inertia of that particular area at x-axis plus y-axis. So polar moment of inertia of a particular axis is considered as the summation of polar moment of inertia, summation of polar moment of inertia of perpendicular axes. Okay. Now next is parallel axis theorem. So parallel axis theorem. The moment of inertia of a lamina about any axis in the plane of the lamina equals the sum of the moment of inertia about a parallel centroidal axis in the plane of the lamina and the product of the area of the lamina and the square of distance between the two axes. So this is the parallel axis theorem for the moment of inertia. So for that we have considered here a plane area here. So for moment of inertia of an area about an axis passing through its centroid, determine the moment of inertia of an area about a corresponding parallel axis using the parallel axis theorem. So for by using this one, using this formula or this statement, this law, we can find out the if axis which is parallel to the axis passing through the centroid of a plane, then we can find out the moment of inertia about that axis. Okay. So consider moment of inertia of the shaded area, this one. Okay. A differential element dA is located at an arbitrary distance y dash from the centroidal x dash axis. Okay. So x dash and y dash, here we have considered the centroidal axis of this plane area, and the dx distance from the y-axis and dy distance of centroid of this plane area. Okay. Okay. So here we need to find out the moment of inertia of this elemental area about the x-axis and the y-axis. For that we have considered here the two axes which are passing through the centroid of this lamina. Okay, so this is x dash and y dash. So distance of this elemental area dA is the y dash from the x dash axis and x dash from the y dash axis. This also centroidal distance of this plane lamina is available at the dy from the x axis and dx from the y axis. So here we will find out the moment of inertia of this plane lamina about the x axis and y axis, because this x axis is parallel with the axis passing through the centroid and this y axis is parallel with the y dash axis passing through the centroid. So by using this one, a parallel axis theorem, we will find out the moment of inertia. So for that, here we will find out the fixed distance between the parallel x and x dash axis is defined as dy. Okay. So for that, for the moment of inertia of dA about x axis, we will find out here di of x is equal to y dash plus dy bracket square d. By using the same formula, what is the moment of inertia? Moment of inertia is the area multiplied with the square of distance between these two. So if you see here, if you add this distance dy plus y dash, so this is the total distance of this elemental area with and this x axis. So dA multiply with the y dash plus dy square, we will find out the moment of inertia of this elemental area about this x axis. So that's why this is our formula. So moment of inertia, differential moment of inertia I of di of x is equal to in bracket y dash plus dy bracket square multiply with d. For entire area, entire plane lamina, if we consider taking integration of this area to the total area, we will find out the moment of inertia of plane lamina about the x-axis. So I of x is equal to integration a in bracket y dash plus dy bracket square into d. If you solve this one, we will see here integration a y dash square dA plus 2 dy integration a y dash dA plus d of y square integration of d. Okay, so in that the first integration, so this part is the moment of inertia of the area about the centroidal axis. So this one, if you see in the figure, this is the centroidal axis and the moment of inertia is y dash square multiplied d. We will find out the moment of inertia about the centroidal axis. So here this one. Okay, now we will see for the y axis second integral, since x dash passes through the areas of centroid, then integration y dA is equal to y dash integration dA is equal to 0, so y dash is equal to 0. Then third integral represents the total area A. So similarly we will find out I of x is equal to I dash x. I dash x is considered as the moment of inertia through the centroidal axis plus a dy square. Similarly, I of y is equal to I dash y plus a d of x square. So this is the parallel axis theorem. So parallel axis theorem indicates that the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about a axis which is parallel with the axis passing through the centroid, then it is equal to the summation of moment of inertia about the centroidal axis plus product of area and square of distance between the two axes. So this is our parallel axis theorem. So from that we can find out here the moment of inertia of plane lamina, moment of inertia of this plane lamina about this parallel x and y axis, which is the parallel with the x dash and y dash axis. Okay. So similarly, for polar moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to the xy plane and passing through the pole O, it is find out J0 is equal to J of C plus A d square. So by the same one, we also find out the polar moment of inertia which is passing through x and y axis, axis perpendicular to x and y axis. Now we will see here the moment of inertia for an area by integration. Okay, so for that we will consider here the formula example as determine the moment of inertia of a rectangular area with respect to a the centroidal x axis, b the axis xb passing through the base of the rectangular, and c the pole or z axis perpendicular to x dash y dash plane and passing through the centroid. So here for that we have considered here the uh, rectangular area which have the centroid is C located here, and axis passing through the centroid are x dash axis and y dash axis. It has total height is h. It is divided due to the centroid is h by 2 h by 2, and width is b. Okay. So for that we have considered here a elemental strip of this area rectangular, and which is located at a y dash distance from the x dash, and which has thickness is dy dash. So for that differential elemental chosen distance y dash from the x dash axis. So since dA is equal to b into dy dash, so dA is differential area is equal to, so differential area is b multiplied with dy dash. So this is the differential area. Okay. So the moment of inertia about the centroidal axis, the moment of inertia of this elemental area about the centroidal axis, it is as, if you consider for total rectangle, then we will see integration of a total area A y dash square multiplied d. If you see here, y dash is the distance of this elemental area from the centroidal axis x dash. Okay. So integration for a total lamina y dash square multiplied d. If you see here, the integration is ranging from minus h by 2 to the h by 2. So this is the limit. So y dash square dy. If you solve this, we will get the moment of inertia of a rectangle about this central axis as bh cube divided by 12. Okay. Similarly, if you see, we have to find out the moment of inertia about an axis passing through the base of the rectangle obtained by applying the parallel axis theorem. So for parallel axis theorem, if you see here, so if axis xb is passing through the base which is parallel with the centroidal x axis. Okay. So the distance between these two axes is h by 2. Okay. If you already calculate the moment of inertia about x axis which is passing through this centroid, then we will find out the moment of inertia about the axis passing through at the base. So this is I of xb is equal to moment of inertia of the axis which is passing through the centroid plus product of area and square of distance between these two. So this is our formula. In that we will substitute the values. So I dash x we have already calculated here. So we'll substitute here bh cube divided by 12 plus area is of this rectangle h multiply with b. So this is bh, and distance square, already see the distance between these two axes is h by 2. This is square. If you solve this, we will get bh cube by 3. So this is the moment of inertia of a rectangle at the base. Now third, the polar moment of inertia of about the point C. Okay, so this is as I y dash. If you solve this, similarly if you solve for I y dash, that means the y dash, for that we will consider the elemental area here and the distance from the y dash axis as x dash, and elemental thickness is dx dash. And if you solve this by taking integration about ia y dash x dash square multiply with the dA, then you will see as this is the answer. The moment of inertia about axis which is passing through the centroid as a y dash is equal to 1 upon 12 h b cube. Okay, and polar moment of inertia about a centroid, this is the addition of moment of inertia of this axis y dash axis and moment of inertia about x dash axis. Okay, so here the polar moment of inertia is equal to I dash x plus I dash y. If we add this, 1 upon 12 bh in bracket h square plus b square. Now we'll see moment of inertia of a composite area. So for that we have considered here the example as the rectangle which have the width is 100 mm and height is 150 mm. At the center there is a hole of a radius 25 mm. So we will find out the compute the moment of inertia of the composite area about the x-axis. So x-axis is available at the base. So first we'll do the composite part. Composite area obtained by subtracting the circle from the rectangle, and centroid of each area is located in the figure. So here centroid is available at same location from the x-axis, so 75 mm. Now first, by using parallel axis theorem, for the circle ix is equal to I dash x dash plus a dy square. So I dash x, so moment of inertia of a circle through the centroid, it is the value is 1 by 4 pi radius raised to 4. So by substituting the values, you will see here 1 upon 4 multiplied with pi 25 raised to 4 plus area is pi r square, so pi 25 square multiplied with distance, so distance is over 75 mm. So this is 75 mm square. So this is for ix is equal to 11.4 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So unit of moment of inertia is mm raised to 4. Now we'll see the for the rectangle ix is equal to moment of inertia of a rectangle about the x-axis is equal to the moment of inertia of rectangle about the central axis plus area multiplied with distance square. So distance is same. So we have already seen to be h cube of the moment of inertia of rectangle about the central axis. So 1 upon 12 in bracket b is 100, width is 100 multiply with h, height is 150 cube. Okay, plus area is 100 multiplied 150 multiply with, so if you see here the central distance is 75, so multiply 75 mm square. So this is equal to 112.5 into 10 to the 6 mm raised to 4. If you see in the figure, we have subtracted the circle from the rectangle. So to find out the total moment of inertia of a composite area, this is as ix is equal to minus 11.4 into 10 raised to 6, because the circle moment of circle is subtracted from the plane rectangle. So that's why we have subtracted this value of the moment of inertia of circle about the x-axis plus this moment of inertia of rectangle about the x-axis. If you solve this, you will get a moment of inertia of the composite figure is 101 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you.